Hello, and we're back. So we're gonna do a short stream of the new Watch Dogs because we can. Yeah, well, let's get started. I've always loved this series, but like, I haven't finished a single part of this series, and the fucking case is already broken. Good job. Here's one percentage of me experience epileptic seizures. Well, yeah, anything with flashing lights.
Press cross button.
This game is a work of fiction. It's purely coincidental, like Assassin's Creed. There is no such thing as real people, men or women, or government state. No such thing. Please ignore anything that makes it look like it's a government state in real life. Just finish this right here. Alright, 180 points. Get my claims. Not enough to do anything here. Not enough to upgrade anyone. Alright, this is done. Alright, to my page. No need to go live, I am already live. So let's see what we can do in an hour. It'll probably be mostly cutscenes and everything else. It's like this. The Trump administration is entirely a work of fiction. No one will be so stupid as to elect some abomination like him. DLC is not available. Spoken language you set to what? What happened to my downloads? Logging in as FJZB2. You may see my previous games.
On. Spoken language, English, choose.
No. Tempted, but everything subtitled. Closed captions, everything. Such as the colors and the key UI elements of colorblind, Pantopia and Tritopia. Hey look, I can tell different things from that color. Hope. Off. Down. Down. You don't belong here. Panatropia. Dunatropia. Trinotopia looks mostly the same. Something that everything looks a different color. See, like red with red, I don't like that. This cat. I know you like to play in the high ground, but not there. No. Why you been crying? Right there. Better? So, I'm kind of liking Panatropia. It's only UI colors, it's not the world colors, which I actually like that too. So, yellow for the damage indicators. Reddish still for enemies. So yeah, see a laser coming from him. I don't... Okay, in this one it has a laser in the off. But it doesn't show for the everything else. So this is a little awkward to have to choose from. Okay, go play. Yeah, they didn't fucking change the laser. Maybe they did. The triangles, I don't like so much the color, but it's better than the red spectrum. We'll try with Panatropia. Brightness is fine. The logos are barely visible. They're visible enough. Confirm. Single player. That's enemy alertness, weapon damage, vehicle efficiency. Single player difficulty be changed anytime. All difficulties all make it just as normal on multiplayer. Easy, normal, hard. Of course, we're playing hard. They gave us a choice. They gave us the choice. We have to play hard. PermaDeath. Okay. If enabled, operatives will die after taking lethal damage and permanently removed from the game. All operatives are unavailable. Permadeath can be disabled in options. Can't be enabled again for the same playthrough. Does not affect multiplayer games. Permadeath won't be active until a report for duty is completed. You know what? I'll take the challenge. I'll do permadeath. So you can... I'm playing hard and... I'm playing hard and on permadeath. Oh. Oh, and sorry, let me enable the CC. There we go. I said, there we go, not cereal. Alright, let me take a quick pee break, and then we shall begin. And why not? I'll run a few minute ad so we don't have to deal with that. Time is almost ready. "15 seconds. And it doesn't affect multiplayer games. Alright, so it doesn't affect multiplayer games. Welcome back. And we're ready. It can be turned off, but you can't turn it back on. Gas weapon. I like for gas can kind of hard and cough and become quote unquote disoriented. Alright, loading is complete.
Ah, London.
Still looks
What
very
a
nice.
town. History around every corner, and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube.
The
class
Tube.
of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took
Ferris wheel.
12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Oh. Off. I'm just pushing him off. I'm not doing anything else. One night to tear it all down. Oh, there's a little lag right there.
Plenty of your flying friends about.
How did that not see him?
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am.
Ubisoft presents. It's not enabled until a specific mission. For PermaDeath.
Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you haven't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
Let us all this one on our own.
So you gotta take the government out then.
Dalton.
Bagley, have you detected a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Tutorial time. Alright.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Oh, and that it did.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Exactly. Next to vault over obstacles. Well, I want to unlock door to reveal link circuitry to unlock the door. Alright. L1 while aiming at an explosive device to use an arm. Oh well. Well, I took them all down.
They've got loads of dead set gear down here. And why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like dead set was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Alright, just saw the camera. That's a pretty big radius. And you can hear the PS4 going.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Badly is that?
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
We don't need that right now. My ass! Why do you keep punching my ass?
Dead set propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let that happen. It's an unhackable door. I'll update the tags when I play this game again. We got PermaDeath and hard.
Right in the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
Oh, they're giving us all this, so I have a feeling we're gonna need all this. It's not gonna affect me, right? And these are all non-lethals. Alright, we got everything. Or did we?
I found the detonator. And it's definitely light. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
We don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I
Oh.
might have a workaround. Internet manual overrides it on my side.
You're full of surprises.
Secret agent, man.
Be quick about it.
Alright, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake.
Can you defuse them or not? Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize it, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Alright, we need a gun now.
Bouncing on it.
Company at our back door.
Our back door. Ooh,
Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long's this
Their
gonna
back
take,
door.
Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
gun time. Right there. That's when that bomb should be going off next to me.
They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Gun time. Hope.
I know you're here somewhere. Don't see anything now. Oh, shit.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
How do I reload? Psycho woman.
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
Oh, triangles reload. Hope down.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
And
This gets me blown up.
weapon deactivated.
See, that wasn't so
And I survived.
Ugly, you bastard. You're gonna give me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa, what the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
No, we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
Palace and other things.
Well, my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it,
I can shut it all down.
Oh, wow. Now they finally go in.
Sabine?
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Go to the roof. In the chopper. R2 to sprint.
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe.
Hey, there's something special here.
yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Alright, so we got something special there. Fuck your armor. I'm out of effective range. That's what it is. Come here. Ah, there's a trap there too. Reach the rooftop. Giant transmitter. 50 seconds. Countdown and boarded. Now self-destruct. The heck? Destroy it.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
It says V for Vendetta.
Oh, important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day.
But you're blaming us for your shit.
It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
My secret agent man.
Series of explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families.
That guy, like,
and
huh?
indeed to an entire city.
Oh shit.
Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, terrorism responsible. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning.
Posting record profits due to increased efficiencies
Record profit.
in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Taking out a
Crime
drone.
numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking, and prostitution all down, following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of
Really,
London's
prostitution's
5
down?
largest
People are not horny anymore?
The streets of Camden and Brixton.
As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and
This is
travel
perfectly normal.
have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media.
Damn Russians.
Albion is in complete control of a few.
It's the resistance.
of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts end of the story.
Because they've been erased, haven't they? Brave New World, CTOS. Only 98% of people have gone there.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
Oh, L1 the
Don't
hack.
find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Toe! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop safer using a pseudonym. Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to
That's
track
the
you?
camera I took
And now
the first
we've
time.
seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go. Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson.
You need all these clusters.
Downing Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with mind control. Suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us. And even in death they'll settle for
Mirroring
bodies.
CCTV
What do you
feeds.
suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the
Act
truth
number
along
2.
with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being
CTOS
paid
mainframe.
lucrative amounts for the city's defence? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests? See you next week, fellow pirates. Claire Waters out.
Hashing metadata. Hijack, CTOS. Bloom Data Core. Hey, it's now like freaking
Shit.
Things roll.
Situation's worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Alright. A football player. Female football player? Alright. For insubordination. Discharge. Counterfeited. Now later. Composer. Creates fake coupons. I gotta have her. Someone who just makes fake coupons. As a private phone line to the police commissioner. Shorter team arrest time. Cosmetologist wrote a 5-star review in their Earl's Fortune Pub. Really? Tough drunk. Drone Razor. Approach Albion after hacking MMO service. Oh, you fucking little son of a bitch. Hacker would be nice though. Doesn't she look exactly like this girl? Banned from life from London Zoo. Ooh. Wow. Sam Reed Orderly. Shorter team injury time. Worked in Children's Hospital overseas. Podcaster cited for kneeling Albion Guard in the groin. She did that. That's already making her look good. Extra faction damage. Software engineer runs hacker forum on dark web. Short hack cooldowns. Social media influencer recently purchased a 200,000 euro sports car. Oscar Ultra 8 personal sports vehicle. Entertainer failed motorcycle license test, but he still has one. Writer. Former cryptographer. What? 6G data plans. Fast download. What's up, Mikey? What's up? Yeah, 6G. We're just barely about to get 5G. Former union representative. So he gets a freaking wrench. Repairman. Animator. Light melee weapon. Posted review on the National Gallery. Pure wank. What's that, Mikey? Going to get some water. It just takes him a moment to get up. These first candidates. I want the lady that uses fake coupons. She is a terrorist right there. This is a very interesting group of people. Like someone who literally makes fake coupons. I'm posting that on her Discord. Where is it? The images. Where's images? Photos. Make sure I got the right photo. Welcome to Resistance. Natalie Dula will be your first member to the DedSec team, growing your team and recruiting new members. Confirmed. So you can play on different difficulties, easy, medium, hard, and you can also choose PermaDeath on or off. It lists us down to a certain mission, but then you can turn it off, but then if you turn it off, you can't turn it back on. Alright, so we're stealing a car.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Auto drive, handbrake.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
Alright, this is London, so...
Auto drive now disabled.
What is this building? Start DedSec. Locate the safe house entrance. There's something in this building. Oh, hell no. Oh, shit, shit. Run away, run away. Run away. Yeah. That was fine until they started shooting. But, you know, we're not at that mission yet at PermaDeath. But then again, I did it freaking, I did not really sneak in. I'm not close enough. They're long gone. Oh, that bitch is armed. Bitch. Give me that gun. And stay down. Well, I did an activity I was not supposed to really do yet. An adversary. There's another one. Chinatown. For a post glaucoma. I'm sorry to make this short. Thanks for all the referrals and shit, but a good thing that come to an end. Official malware cleaning services officially closed for business. Long story short, Kelly worked out as infecting all their black market devices. Started looking for me. I guess it's bound to happen eventually. But not to worry, I've parting gift. I released all the tools and scripts I use to clean their devices. Now anyone who wants to get clean tech without fear of having their identity stolen, spread the word. Ooh, nice. Well, good thing, yeah, the first mission's already, it's not already a permadeath mission. I took out an adversary already, but I guess I had to upgrade all my things.
Yeah, so apparently you get certain perks. I think
but you do more stuff than me.
Oh yeah, and there is auto drive. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Checkpoint. Well, we have no weapons or anything, so they're not using auto drive. Oh no. Think. No one needed that traffic light, right? I have right away. Wrong way. Perfect way to go. Look, shortcut. Eh. Ah. I have someone chasing me. Well, they're not driving off-road, so they lost me. Alright. Drone siren, police sirens. Yep, the degenerate criminal got away. So you're already committing crimes when I shouldn't be doing that yet. Let's set up our headquarters first before we do more crimes. Can we save? Oh wait, let's do Ubisoft Connect. I'm gonna have to switch screen for that.
No.
In case I have to log in. I guess I don't. Hero of Sparta, Aiden Pierce, Hope County, trying to remember, Ubisoft Mask, Fan Kit, oh these are free, E3, and this is free too. Alright, so this is free also. ETO boost. I guess that's the currency. Alright, I have 250. Running around with freaking Sparta masks. Fuck it, why not? I haven't finished the game, but we could do it. Challenges. This is kind of slow, too. Tech points on upgrade. When I took on an adversary, the one guy that was armed, and I snuck up and beat the shit out of everyone else. Bare knuckles and 10 kills, 13 stealth kills. Dark games. Alright. Oh. Random cop because I touched him.
Auto drive now enabled.
Following the laws. So many freaking random drones. Why is that van special? Ambulance. Where are you going?
Auto drive now disabled.
I was just literally driving around. That's what auto drive does. Alright, so where do we go?
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
Sure. Yes. Anything you want. This is amazing.
Manual override. Alright, I'm kind of lost. Alright, so... how do we do this? Because I want to rotate component circuits. Oh, this. Ah, that's what we gotta rotate. Alright. The final bypass.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
No one needs to see this. Due to physical violence, Shit-Faced Mondays has been cancelled. Oh, yes. Due to physical violence, Shit-Faced Monday has been cancelled. Oh no. Oh no. Hello, Crouch Jump. Thank you for the follow. Official. How you doing? Sorry I missed you a few minutes ago, if you're still here. I was having too much fun here. Hope you're having a good night.
So good.
Dead sec. I hate that the follow is supposed to do a sound, but it doesn't fucking do the damn sound like it's supposed to.
Hello? Anyone? Now, if I was a light switch, I would be.
I want those headphones. I just had a pickup right there. Headphones, hello? Hello?
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking
Upload.
about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about
Bagley.
the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends
What's up,
into the
Mikey?
background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast.
Useful.
It's a great companion and really just makes life so much
What's
easier.
up, Mikey?
I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything.
This is basically Siri. What's up, Mikey?
Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom surveillance?
Bloom surveillance.
I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how
Trained,
these AI
right?
systems
By a
work.
surveillance
Or
network.
at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house,
A lot of
it can
information.
predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
Hack version.
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
Hold on, Mikey wants to pee again. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that delete. Anything else here? Another headphone.
From the Buccaneer, this is the... From the Buccaneer, this is the... Hello, resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract, and have also...
Albion's contract.
Crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you
Nigel.
every single day, and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, they've chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know, I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway?
Besides the government itself.
You get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contract. Alice, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, it certainly looks like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it, 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway. Because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. Oh, they pick up. Hello,
this game is so much lower.
Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with them then.
Oh, Andy, remember when you'd get away with prank calls without people coming around to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy times.
You're listening to the bar.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become? Alice, when you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliament. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. Do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature.
The Bug Off feature.
The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel Catholic, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess, historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000 strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight. out of mine. Anyone to nominate for the bug off, Alex?
I think today's bug off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from the bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
Let's take a look at the kittens out back. See the small kitten is with the mom. Alright, back to hacking. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi hotspot, what? Yeah, Doctor Who phone booth? A Doctor Who phone booth gets free Wi-Fi. What's over here? A floppy disk. Wow. New Skies game released from London. Soft play 1989. First-person arcade adventure that tells the story of a soldier who taking part in a human invasion of Mars. Player is tasked with crushing the resistance movement by destroying a secret alien weapon caches, propaganda materials, and Martian commanders. It was this dismal failure. Replay software was liquidated and CEO began a new career at government intelligence where it was found they were much better received. That is
Look what I found.
a relic. Vending machines. Anything else we can find here before we do the objective? Secret boxing lair.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean,
Well,
sure.
sure.
It's definitely made things a lot easier. It's
The
so
iPhone
simple
from
to
Futurama.
call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard
An
and
actual
mouse
keyboard.
and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problems? No one really talks about that anymore.
Yeah, because they
don't
don't.
talk about it because we don't have any choice when it comes to the optic. Yes, it's convenient and mandatory, but everybody's forgotten what it really means. Here, you've got a whole company owning basically all the data about your life.
Yep.
Bloom can see everything that you can see. Nothing is private anymore. There are so many times when I don't want anyone to have a clue about where I am, who I'm chatting with, what I'm doing. It's not even dodgy stuff, but I just don't want anybody to blackmail me with this in the future by hacking it. And because of Bloom's contracts with the government, it isn't just Bloom that can see everything I do, it's the government. The UK as a state has become a complete surveillance paradise.
I think you're painting a bit of a bleak picture. It's not all that bad.
No, you're completely wrong on this. I don't want everybody tracking me wherever I'm going around London.
Well, in that case, you might be interested in some rumours I heard. Did you hear that some DedSec hackers have found a way to bypass the optics connection with Bloom?
Are they actually making it better or usable or actually friendly for anybody?
Well, word on the street is that they've been able to create an encrypted signal, which means that your world might have a chance of becoming a bit more private again, so you could go back and enjoy all the great things about optic without that fear of surveillance.
With the optic, privacy's dead.
Yep. 100% dead. Alright, so we gotta restore power to go to whatever that is. Auxiliary power.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever write until you starve.
Oh, relax. Sabine let me in.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Antibody server, we'll come back to that. Become more powerful than ever. It's on a train car. And they fucking have kegs. They have kegs.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Sky Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. And we only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
And I think that what Sky Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible. Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the optic without it. But what do you know about Sky Larson herself?
What do we know?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but there isn't actually that much more we know about her other than this tech that she's put out into the world.
I've always found it a bit creepy that she's so obsessed with this idea of transhumanism.
Why wouldn't you be when you've got a mind as amazing as Sky's? Why wouldn't you want to take what you've got and actually augment it by working with technology, by improving your physical self, changing your body and the world around you, implementing more technology to extend
That
your
sounds
life
kind of robotic,
and really
doesn't it?
sort of extend human capabilities?
You sound pretty much in love with Sky Larson, I have to say.
I can't comment on that, but I am a big fan of her work. She's been one of these people that has transformed the world around us.
I don't know if the game has. I think it just autosaves like the original.
Is pretty incredible because some of what the technology she's introduced has changed how we all live our lives, and Bagley has been this really incredible assistance to humanity as a whole. Did I ever tell you that I actually interviewed Sky Larson once?
Really?
Once.
I thought she never spoke to the media or anything.
So this was a long time ago, back in the day when she was a little bit more accessible. And she was one of these people that just had an amazing presence. You were inspired by her very being, and she was just incredibly talented and knowledgeable, and one of possibly the best living people that I've ever met.
I'm not sure you're being too objective there. I mean, I imagine she's not very likable as a person.
She obviously despises humanity in some way.
She
She believes
despises
that becoming
humanity.
data is preferable to being human. She's one of these people who's extremely methodical in everything that she does, and she does everything to perfection and really tries to change the world around her and make it a better place for us to live in.
If you say so.
I don't see
There was a small one that was near the birdcage in the front, but
like the 3 of them are there, and the other one is still haven't seen them.
yeah, because it looked like the very small one was right there by the birdcage in the bottom, but
I have to check in on it.
yeah, because he hangs around his own spots. He doesn't always.
Hello,
Alright,
and
last one.
welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city
CTOS
operating
3.0.
system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then
2014.
San Francisco in 2017,
2017.
before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
Unmitigated disaster.
Those of you who are listening
And they keep
who are
using
lucky
it.
enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I
City
have to say,
surveillance is run by the tower.
completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of
Mikey?
people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used
Like
to
Tesla
use
right
a
now?
series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still
LiDAR,
use
yep.
some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad though, it's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams
The funny thing is,
or
they
roadblocks. Not to
caused an
mention
accident, so then like the
accidents.
police
I've
were
heard so
chasing me.
many
I just
stories
drove
of
off
cars shunting
off
into
the
back
path,
of
and then like they
others.
just drove
I don't
everything
know
on the
what's
path trying to
human
find me, and they
drivers
can't find me.
sometimes.
So it's like, okay.
Technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
Nice server. Oh, there's another thing over here.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
Hey, Bagley! If DedSec didn't set off those bombs, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this...
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer,
Another one.
your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know. I'm Tash.
They don't want you to know.
And this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS.
Signal and Intelligence
Why
Response
not?
Service.
They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. They probably know that you're listening to this show right now. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organization that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech.
Free
Instead,
speech.
we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and location secret, so SIRS doesn't come looking for them. Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the
I need to finish after this.
Look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this.
Profit, of course, it has to be profit.
If we examine what actually happened, you know, there's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and making it easy to provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to overthrow governments. And then suddenly all the chickens came home to roost. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out
Like I'm
how
just waiting
things
for
were
this
done, but
mission to
everybody
end or
had a feeling
something.
that something really stunk, and they couldn't figure it out. And yet, it was standing there in their face the whole time. There's a couple of different ways that we got where it is that we are. I mean, one, you have a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well. We're bending things just a little. Oh, we'll compromise a little bit. We'll bend the rules a little bit and try to achieve what it is that we hope to achieve that's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way from a lot of little buttons being pushed. But also there's this other thing that's going on here is the gathering of data and the analysis of data has authoritarianism contained within its DNA.
Authoritative.
It is by its nature a tool for authoritarianism, and it has been used in that way.
How does big data look into our lives? James covered it for the pre-crisis press.
We're starting to see the merger of private data and network data held by the state into what are called social credit systems. This is where
Social
every
credit
aspect of your
system.
behaviour is monitored and totted up by a central system to sort of score you as a person, a bit like a
CTOS.
credit card, but predicated on all of your behaviour rather than just the money you're spending. And this can have profound impact. We're starting to see systems emerge which will punish you and stop you from doing things in society based on your behaviours, and this can be as trivial as if you jaywalk, if you cross the road in the wrong place, you might lose points. If you do some community activities or help your neighbours, you might
Parents.
lose points. And then this can be used to sort of evaluate you as a person. And this could mean, for example, the travel privileges, being able to travel first class or being denied from travelling first class to not being allowed to travel at all. These systems are very real and very possible because of all of the data that is now held on us.
Ian was a veteran political writer and podcaster back in the days of pre-crisis Britain.
Is the world we're living in now fascist? Well, this is what fascism is. It is the complete and total control of the individual. The desire to basically say to the individual, nothing in your life matters. On an individual basis, you are now part of the whole, part of the nation, and the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation. What is a nation? A nation doesn't mean anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does. It's just a myth. But that's what they go for. And on that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one another. But that isn't that rare. I mean, you saw exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany. There were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track what you do. That's the way in which they track who you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
So if your ears are burning and you think someone might be watching you, you're probably right. They're watching all of us. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Buccaneer. Keep listening, keep sharing the show, and keep it encrypted. They're watching us, but we're watching them too.
Hero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
That's terrible. How did you get out of there?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
Yeah, so DedSec's reputation isn't very good right now. Don't get me wrong, I like to take chances, but this is really risky.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. we have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact. Not to mention... champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Nice one! That's it! Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Couldn't have done that better myself. That's it!
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception. We're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
All right, let's do this. Where do I start?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
That was their plan all along. Keep people scared so they rely on Albion to protect them.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Hell yeah! I'm so ready for this.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Put it away, mate. You don't need that right now. Please don't. Don't hurt anybody. And actually really fucking terrifying. Still can't look in the mirror in the dark without immediately thinking Bloody Mary. How am I not supposed to be vaguely worried?
Is that a gun?
It's basically built a highway for ghosts.
Whoa, whoa, what are you doing?
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you again.
That's a gun!
Everyone get down. There's a gun. Right. So sometimes I get the worst fucking hiccups ever. You don't need that right so now. Bad that I think I'm gonna barf up my entire lunch every damn time I hiccup. And I know everyone has their tricks.
Dan, I told you. Yeah. Oh my god, I know.
Gun! Everyone get down!
Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. You just gotta call him. And... Ask...
Oh, fuck.
Not today.
Don't you get it? Just give me one night, you won't forget it. Get it? I remember cracking 40 O's. Now I'm on the road packing 40 shows. This is my life, this is all that I wanted. Spent too many years being haunted. Now I'm back on it. I wrestle my demons and keep on swinging hard.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority, and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing.
Turn my beat up. Girl, I'm leaving and you know I'm evil, yeah. So many years on the road, spread the gospel. Tipping bottles, putting shit up in my nostrils. I remember when they said that I was awful. But fuck them all, I burn them all down to charcoal. I don't chase the party, I chase paper. I pay for lunch, I don't pay for favors. Boy, this game could never phase us. We built to win cause that's how God made us. In the image of the pharaohs, just check the pendant. Swing around my neck like I won the pendant. Sitting on the mound like I'm Manny Pettit. So don't fuck around, clown. You get it. Oh, world, we all trying to get a better piece. Let it squeeze from the Jeep with the leather seats. Chasing cheddar cheese like I'm Lebanese. You best believe, boy, it's 7 knees. And everywhere you go, I'm famous. Without the diamonds and chains, I'm gunning. I'm telling y'all, you just don't get it. Bitch, I'm running the thing, I'm doing it all in. We're all in together. Got my people, let's roll that cheddar. Hey, man, turn my beat up. Girl, I'm leaving and you know I live in the moment. Yeah, I'm all in my zone, I'm out the draw. I live in the moment. Yeah, don't you get it? Just give me one night, you won't get it. Yeah, I'ma tell you one more time. Just don't play, homie, don't mind. Yeah, don't you get it? Just give me one night, you won't forget it. Get it?
They're here! You've got to help me!
All our officers are busy at the moment. We'll have someone with you as soon as possible.
No, they're in the house!
The police do a great job, but there's never enough funding to go around. That's why we're here to offer an alternative.
This is Albion Security. Put down your weapons or face lethal force.
Albion, we're ready to keep you safe.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size towards my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Then why dare try to suck the truth? How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too... You don't want trouble.
Just about there.
Piss off, you prick.
Right, let's find out what's it's then.
Stop it right now. That's enough. I've had... Degenerate. All right, let's go. Bugger off. I'm done with you. Twat. I've had it. you. Come right in, show's about to start. I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you? Well, you'd better be. Bets are closed and we're ready to run.
Ready to lose?
Oh my God! What absolutely disgusting! But fucking wild blow! Oh my God! Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fight. Fucking hell! Seriously, no one will be able to get up from that.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now, S15? How are you doing? Sorry, I was on a phone call and I forgot to unmute. Welcome, welcome. I'm Federico, FGTV2.
Society's crumbling, institutions fumbling. Come and see a couple of fighters take it out on each other.
Oh, I didn't. No blocking. Ooh.
Almost knocked their teeth right out. Just
Ooh.
like a proper highlight reel.
Ooh.
Murdered in there. Now that's
Score.
and one massive blow to our fighter.
And the finals. How you doing, S15? So sorry I missed you for about 10 minutes ago. Hopefully you're still here. If not, I'm sorry. It's a habit. Playing consoles. This screen is not the screen I look at. And a guide.
Place your bets and strap the fuck in.
Strap the fuck in. Ooh. He tried to drop kick me.
Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell.
Counter.
Whoa, that hit looked like fucking hurt.
Can't counter a drop kick.
And that's a solid blow there. Oh shit!
She kicked his ass. She kicked his ass.
That's right. You know him. You love him. His old man was a fighter and his gaffer. He's here with a ton to prove and representing his yacht.
Now the boss. Calls for backup when losing. Ooh. I just had a 3-on-1, so I prepared for this fight. The title tournament. Look at this fucking intro and everything too. We want blood. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh. Ooh. I knocked the shit out of him then. Calls for backup. We're losing. 3 people, not even 1. 3. Killed the bitch. Wow.
Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? Now that's entertainment. What a massive blow to our fighter.
That's 1.
Which one of them win if they wake up? A solid hit! That's
2.
the shit we like to see 'em all right, people. Whoa, that hit looked like it fucking hurt.
Counted the wrong person. 3.
Solid strike from a solid fighter.
This bitch is still full health. 4. All the fuckers down. He's a good fighter. I won his ass. I kicked his ass, so now join my fucking team. Why won't I take a little? Takes less melee damage, knockout, fast knockouts. No, I want the fucker who cheats. Staggers enemies, calls friends, melee charges. Search for a back muscle workout. Yeah, fuck the other ones. Historical armor makes historical armor for cats? What? What? I'm gonna have him. So, how do I recruit someone? Dislike Specific. Unlock the deep profile tech upgrade to recruit leads. Oh, this is what we need. So, what do we do now? Did it save? I'm assuming it's saved. I guess we're done for the night, so thank you again all for came in, hang out, lurked, followed, all the works. Have a good night. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I have to stop. It's unfortunate, I know. Alright. This Ghost Slayer is on, so... No, Nefimo. So we'll do her. Nefimel. Alright, thank you very much. Good night. Don't forget to check out my socials so you can stay up to date on all stream changes and everything else. And read a random crap I post. And have a good night.